All right. So we continuing with the story of Demon Lord 2099. We got episode 3. I don't remember what the title was. It was a little bit of a slower episode, but it was a good one. We still rocking with that intro. We are still rocking with that intro. It ain't lost its luster yet. But it's we'll see. We'll see when it wears off, it's not like some of the top tier opening songs that I'm thinking of, but oh well, it's quality though. We rocking with it. This is like a little bit of a slower episode. Slight correction on what we thought about last episode. Slight correction. I thought he's going to be a podcaster, and I guess he still kind of is that, but he's more technically a live streamer. So he like doing video games, and that's what he's doing. He's doing video games on camera on his streaming service, hoping to make money. Like last episode we couldn't find a job, so this is our backup plan. It's to be a full-time professional streamer. So we hop up on that journey. And long story short, you seen the episode. We end up hitting 1 million subscribers. Like, that boy got talent. They put in some work and use some techniques, here and there, and highlighted his talents and skills. He wasn't the best at gaming, but he got like a charm to him, and the way he talked is hilarious, because he used to $15.99, because he was slain 500 years ago. So it's funny, how he formed his sentences and how he speak, and how that clash with everybody now in 2099, and all in this stream chat. It's a funny contrast there. Right? But so we did the streaming thing. We hit 1 million. We really didn't dive into like the financial aspects of, the financial ramifications of hitting 1 million. We more talked about like how that affects his powers. I'm gonna get more into that in a second. But yeah, so we hit 1 million. Then my boy was tired from streaming all day. He full time now. I mean, not all day. He didn't hit 1 million in one day, but it's a montage. So he been doing this full time for a minute now. So, after just sitting in the same spot all day, my boy needs to go on a walk. And then we come across, one of our crew members. And her bodyguard, is feeling some type of way. He's feeling himself, and really trying to extort our girl for some extra money. He's like, I'm charging double now, deal with it. And the situation kind of escalate. So, we got to step in and protect the homie. Low key, she's the one that put us, not even low key, high key. She's the one that suggested that we started doing the streaming thing. And now here we are. Now Veli feeling himself, because he knows what that 1 million subscribers did to himself, right? So now we're going to get into that. This is one of the 2 gems that I found from this episode. It was like I said, it was kind of slow, but it was really 2 gems that, I took away. This the first one, So this 1 million subscribers, we know from the last episode that fame like makes him more powerful. Like, the more people know about him and believe in his power, the stronger he gets. right? So from day one, nobody, he's a ancient history. Nobody know who he is. So his power is really not all there because, he feed off of fame and belief and clout, right? So, so it makes sense. Now he got 1 million followers. He a little bit stronger, but here's the gem. Here's the detail that I picked up. He said that like his fans. So one of his crew members made a comment. They said, "Oh, like some of them are hating on you, in the chat, and some of them are like, rooting for you." And he said, "Oh, they both. That's perfect." He said that's what works to my advantage because basically the haters are polarizing the fans and vice versa. So the haters like, man, Veli can't do that, can't do that, which makes his fans like really dig. They double down and they're like, nah, hell, they believe in him more. They're like, he can definitely do it. He gonna overcome it all. Rah, rah, rah. That's our boy. So because they feed into each other, he gets stronger on top of all that. So my boy made slight work of this bodyguard at the end of the episode. Slight work. He flicked him in the forehead. Crossed the down the alleyway. Right? So, we didn't do nothing. It was just a little, a little warm up, just a little taste, just dip the toe in the water. Show what that 1 million did. Bet. So yeah, that's what I noticed about Veli's powers. We'll see. At the end of the episode, he was feeling himself too much. He done ran into something. We busting into some. We making some bust. We going somewhere uninvited. And instead of sneaking in, that boy Veli wanted the dynamic entry. Right into it. Exposing the whole thing. So we'll see how that turned out. He kind of gave up the element of surprise there. Okay, but so here's the other thing that happened in the episode. So I knew it just why was we seeing in the intro, and he had seen like at the side of his eye in the last episode the hero that beat him 500 years ago. Right? Old boy name is Graham. Right? I just knew he was going to pop up again, but it's like, it didn't make sense. We didn't know how, because it was like, bro, that was 500 years ago. And he's immortal, right? So he not like Demon Lord with this limitless lifespan. He's immortal. So it's like, how did you last 500 years? How are you here? And like, I just said my last goodbye is 500 years ago. And so it turns out that as a reward, Graham received as a reward for beating the Demon Lord back in the gap, he received eternal youth. And so that don't mean he's immortal though. Because, when you immortal, like, obviously, I mean, he got beat by the hero, and here he is. It took him 500 years, but he back, even though he died, or technically. But also, we know that the immortals be healing themselves, regenerating and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll see. But I don't think Graham can do that because he got eternal youth and he's immortal. So I think he's still as fragile as ever. It's just that, if he can avoid danger, really, I mean, he gonna be young, as long as he can stay safe. That's the thing right there. But so, definitely given that we got to deal with the Mark in the group and some others are gone, they just gone in a way. I don't think they coming back. We know Graham gonna fill in a role on the team. So he too strong, That's right now like our Vegeta to our Goku, our Ban to our Meliodas. Zoro to the Luffy. You know, Aaron and Armin. Anyway, let's see. Anything else about that episode? I mean, it was straight. I'm excited about this next one because now boy got warmed up. You know, he light on his feet. We about to see what this 1 million subscribers do. Bro, at some point he's gonna be a super famous podcaster, like kicking gangsters' face ins. Like it's gonna be funny to see how this shake down. But anyhow, that was episode 3. Are you watching this anime? Have you seen this anime already? Talk to me in the comments. Like that button. Hit that like button. It's free. I appreciate you. We had a time. All praise is due to the Most High. Peace and love.